Okay, hello everyone, Leo here, Chilean physician and science fiction author, and I promise that this video is not gonna be an hour long. I'm gonna do my best to just make a short one. So, let's go! Okay, I'm laughing because I really want to try to make this video short and fun and not very long. Okay, so what I'm gonna talk to you about in this video, it's about the collection. Sorry about that VB thing. Remember that in Spanish we don't have a BV difference. Okay, so vintage pulp. That's what I wanna talk about today. Vintage pulp, a special collection from Sietch Ediciones, Sietch Editions, and I think it's relevant to tell you about it first because it was the first official publication from this publishing house. It was the first official thing they published, and it came as a collection. So it was something. You know, it's always nice to get to know the first thing that a publishing house tries, and I think it worked out very well. And secondly, I think vintage pulp is something really interesting because I believe it was something very original, and particularly because the essence of it is that it tries to bring back the essence of the pulp of the science fiction and horror pulp publications from back in the 50s in the Northern Hemisphere, and mainly when we talk about, you know, like short and fast-paced novels. So it was really cool. And also the books are published in a very small format. They are very, very small books, like a pocket collection. So you can carry it around, and they are very versatile, and they're very beautiful things I'm going to show you. So that's it, vintage pulp, first collection, first publication from Sietch Ediciones, and a very original collection as well. So now I'm going to show you the books that came out with that collection. It was originally 5 books. I'm just going to give you a brief mention of each of them for you to get to know them. So let's see. Okay, so as you can see, well, this is my regular library, but that's the book that I'm going to read now. But I have this, I actually put on the wall this special thingy because the vintage pulp books are smaller. Now I'm going to show you. This is a dinosaur from Argentina. This is from Vestigio Ediciones from Colombia. Yes! And this is my Kindle, of course, and it's out of battery. This is Laura Ponce, because her book is also a pocket size. But let me show you now. So the vintage pulp. It's this books. Okay, so where can I show you? Let's try it here. So my wife made this Totoro page marker. And I love it. Yes. Well, but let's focus. Okay, so vintage pulp. These are the books. As I mentioned, I think they're really, really beautiful. And so the first thing is the size. As I mentioned, they are really, really small. Let me try to compare it to something here. And I'm gonna show you another comparison. But the thing is, so they're really small, really beautiful. They are short. They're about 100 and 120 pages long, and the cover art, it's beautiful. They are all from the same artist, Titi Luatong, and I think they are lovely. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about each of them. First one, this one was the last that I ended up reading. Finished it just like a few hours ago. So this one is from Roberto Sanhueza. He's a really great science fiction author. He's actually a very important one because he won 2 UPC prizes, which are like very, very important, as I have mentioned, I think, in other videos. And his particular short novel, it's science fiction. It deals with a Chilean southern family, and some mutations are related to immortality. Really fun, fast-paced. I had a lot of fun with this one. Then, what do we have then? Let's see. So we have here La Esfinge cometa. How could I translate this? It's like the comet sphinx. Yeah, you know, like the comet, like a meteor kind of looking like thing. Sorry for the imprecision. I would probably mention that better in Spanish. Forgive me. And sphinx, yeah, from the Egyptian thing. Well, anyway, so this one from Ralph Barby. Why is this one really important as well? Because Ralph Barby is a really important author as well. He's from Spain, and he's like a master of the pulp, and he's published hundreds and hundreds of books from a long time ago, and he accepted to participate in Sietch with this collection, which I think is awesome. And this book was actually published in the 80s, and this is a new edition. It's also science fiction. It has it really has a feeling of a novel written back in the 50s, like, even though it's from the 80s, but you know, it has that essence. Really fast paced, really entertaining. I think it was a really great fun too. Then we've got Front 243 from Michel Deb. Well, it's Michel Deb. That's the right way to pronounce it, but I call him Michel. Anyway, so this one's different from the other two, because this one, it's a collection of short stories making up this short novel as well. They are connected to each other, and it's a mix of science fiction and horror. And you know, the feeling that I get from this one, it's what I once felt many years ago playing this game called Dead Space. I don't know, that's the feeling it has. I am not a big reader of horror, but I did have a lot of fun with this one. I think it was really good too. Then we've got this one, Historia monstruosa de Chile, Monstrous History of Chile, from Francisco Ortega. This one's it's very important too, because Francisco Ortega, he's a big deal. I think he's a Chilean journalist, writer, editor, and screenwriter, and his literature mainly involves Chilean history and politics. And in this case, what he wrote here, it's also a collection of short stories, and it's horror. This one's not science fiction; it's horror, and it has a lot of Chilean politics in it. So it's also a really fun experience to read as well. And lastly, one that I've already mentioned, because this one's mine. So this one's my participation here. As you can see, they're all really big writers, and me. But it was a really great experience working here. I'm really grateful with the publishing house to invite me to participate. You know this book, I made a special video about it. Goodbye Loxonaut. It's a science fiction short novel. There is a lot of medicine, dermatology, science fiction in outer space and in the future. And I believe it's a really also fast-paced story, very entertaining. But I also put a lot of layers and symbols there, just in case for someone to analyze it deeper. So that's what I wanted to show you. I think I'm gonna try to make this video about 5 minutes long. I'll see if my editing skills work out. But I wanted to give you a view about this. They are really beautiful books. Okay, so now I just want to give you I want to show you the size. So here I have a Martian, the Martian from Andy Weir. I got this one in America, in the United States, and so for you to compare. You see, it really is a pocket. It really is a pocket-sized edition, but they're really comfortable. You know, when I'm wearing my scrub, I think that's the name, right? The thing medical workers wear when they're in their shift. This one feels perfectly on my medical clothing and stuff. I'm gonna show you actually. Okay, so just a quick demonstrations. These are my scraps. I haven't ironed them yet, but I just want to show you this. This is the pocket from the front part. You can see that it fits perfectly. It's awesome. So I carried this one, and I would read some of it while I was riding the metro with the subway. So really cool, huh? Okay, so that's it. So vintage pulp, really cool. So I hope this is a short and fast-paced video as well, following the essence of the pulp publication that I'm holding here. And so as final words, Vintage Pulp, a really cool collection from Sietch Ediciones. I think it was a very interesting and important thing that happened in Chilean science fiction. That's why I'm mentioning it to you. And it has great authors. Don't consider me that statement, as I cannot judge myself. I believe that's up to the readers. But you can Google them, like most of the authors here, to get to know more about them. These are very recent publications, so you can find a lot of information about them. But I wanted to give you a quick view of this collection for you to know that it exists. And that's about it. And about mine here, Goodbye Loxonaut, well, I just gotta say thank you a lot, because I've gotten a lot of good comments about it. So I'm just really happy about the publication of this book and this collection, and with such awesome authors as well. That's something really cool. Anyway, so that's it. Oh, and one last thing is that this collection is not over. It's gonna expand progressively, and there is a new one coming out, and it's gonna be horror, and I'm gonna show you the picture of the cover here probably. And there should be another one coming too that's science fiction, but I'm not certain, so I'm not gonna show you a photo of that. But that's it. So hope you get to look about Vintage Pulp. Hope you enjoy it, and if you have any more questions, you can always just ask me in the comments or something like that. So that's it. Bye.